Last year when we arrived, I wanted to get a feel for the place. Walked right through Radio Row, ended up in the mall, turned around, walked right back. Not one person said one thing to me. Things have changed a little bit since then. There's a buzz about Vanderbilt football right now that there probably hasn't been in a long time. I think our fan base and the community is really excited about where we're going and what we're doing. It was a little bit different. I think part of last year is I walked in with Coach Saban, and it was like a rock star. People were throwing babies at him, the autograph and everything else. To be honest with you, I don't really consider it a rivalry. It has to be a lot more competitive before it really becomes a rivalry. It's been really one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, we all know what the was at stake for the Tennessee Vanderbilt rival game, but at the same time, to me, it's not really a rival because it's just the next game. It just so happens to be Tennessee. So, but at the same time, as well, we're not really worried about Tennessee. Tennessee's on down the road. Only team we're worried about is South Carolina.
We have tremendous respect for all the programs in this conference, all the coaches, all the players. And our focus is on South Carolina. That's who we're opening the season with. That's who we're playing. And that's all we're really going to talk about, myself as well as our players. But I will tell you this: you play Vanderbilt, you better be ready to play from the beginning of the game to the end, and that's whoever it is. And I think that's one of the biggest changes that you're going to see is how we're going to compete, how we're going to play the game, and that's from the beginning of the game to the end, and that's with tremendous respect for everybody in this conference.
You got a guy there, him and Georgia coaches, we got into it last year. How'd that make you guys feel like, hey, our coach is out there? Literally, they weren't throwing punches, he was literally out there just kind of fighting for it.
Like I said, when you see a coach that passionate about the game and willing to put themselves in a position like that, knowing that how he's viewed by the public means so much more than it would for your average, regular, everyday person, you got to support that. You got to be proud of it. We're willing to have his back, knowing that he's willing to stick his neck out there for us.
Cousin Franklin? Yeah, we're not messing with Cousin Franklin. We're going to leave him alone. But it's interesting. Like I told you last year, I walked through the lobby and nobody knew who I was. I was very appreciative that Coach Pinkel did bring him this year because then once again I take the backseat to the other James Franklin.
We talk all the time, especially during the season, before, after games. He wants to know how we're preparing. He wants to know what happened in the games. He usually watches the ones he can, but I got the best resource in the world, a phone call away. Arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the world right now is my brother, and he's been through everything I'm going to go through. We run very similar offenses. We speak the same language, protection schemes. I can bounce anything off him. How'd you have success doing this? What should I do here? It's a blessing to have, that good of a resource, a phone call away, and I use it as often as I can. We ended with a losing record, and that's not okay. That's not acceptable at Vanderbilt. Going to a bowl game is great, but we lost. We had a losing record last year. We're not going to take that anymore. That's not our goals. Our goal is to be a lot better than that.